All right, we're going to go over the 6th grade minute 4 questions. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. And number 1, it says circle the number with a 5 in the tenths place. So the tenths place, if you're thinking about where your decimal is, the tenths place is directly after the decimal. And we're looking for a 5 right after the decimal. So if you're looking over here, that 5 is in the hundredths place. This is in the tenths place. That 5 is in the tens place, and this 5 is in the ones. So this would be the only correct answer for number 1. Number 2, which of these shapes is a trapezoid? A trapezoid. So you can see that this shape has 4 sides and this shape has 4 sides. They're both quadrilaterals, but they're certain types of quadrilaterals. And this is a trapezoid. A trapezoid, they have one pair of parallel sides, but the other sides are not parallel. Whereas a rectangle is a quadrilateral, but it's also a type of parallelogram. It has 2 pair of parallel sides. This is a 5-sided shape. It's called a pentagon. And this is a 6-sided shape. It's called a hexagon. Number 3, it says for problems 3 and 4, to write greater than, less than, or equal to, and use the bars to help you. So you didn't have to use the bars. This was something that you could do if you needed some extra help. So 3/6 compared to 1/3. So if I showed what 3/6 looks like on this graph, it would be coloring 3 out of 6. Okay. Now it can be really hard to compare fractions when they have different denominators. So my suggestion would be to turn this denominator into a 6. And if that 3 is changing to a 6, it's multiplying by 2. So if I do 1 times 2, that's 2 6. We could think of this picture if we wanted to break it into 3s. We could do that. So 1/3 would just be these 2 pieces here. Okay, that's how we could use the picture. So we can see that 3/6 is greater than 1/3. All right, our next one is 1/4 compared to 1/3. Now they gave us 2 bars for this. So 1/4 would look like this. 1/3 would look like this. Notice that the starting part was the same, like they were equal. They were just broken into different pieces. So since this one was broken into more pieces, the pieces are smaller. So one piece is less than one of these pieces. Okay. Number 5, order of operations. We're going to do what's in parentheses first. 4 plus 7 is 11. And 2 times 11 is 22. Number 6, complete the pattern. 123, 234, 345. So I can see that my numbers are getting bigger, but I notice also the specific digits. 1, 2, 3. This one's 2, 3, 4. This one's 3, 4, 5. So this one should be 4, 5, 6. So that pattern was a little bit different than we normally see. Okay. Hopefully you found it. Number 7, Justin has 30 feet of fence. Would this be enough to surround his garden? So we have a picture of his garden over here. We want to know if 30 fence would be enough to surround the garden. Be very careful. Whenever you find perimeter, the distance around a shape, you have to add up all of the sides, not just these 2 sides that are labeled. So if this side over here is 5, that means this side is 5 also. Bottom is 9, that means the top is 9. So if I do 5 plus 5, that's 10. 9 plus 9 is 18. So he would need, the perimeter of this is 28. Sorry, off the screen there. Perimeter of this is 28. And it says that he has 30 feet of fence. Would this be enough to surround the garden? Yes. He would not need quite 30 feet. He would need just 28 feet. Number 8, according to the chart, brand B was chosen twice as often as brand blank. So here's brand B, which is at 50%. That's twice as much as what? Well, I know that 25 times 2 is 50. So twice as much as brand A. Number 9, we have these 3 addition problems. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 plus 7 is 18. Now, you possibly added your numbers in a different order than I did. Maybe you did 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 1 is 6, and that's fine. There's a property, an addition property, and it's called the commutative property. Maybe you've heard of that before. The commutative property. And the commutative property says that you can change the order when you are adding. You can also change the order when you are multiplying. So the commutative order, the way that I remember commutative order, change order, CO, change order. Okay. And then number 10, we have these 3 addition problems. 8 plus 7 is 15. Carry my 1 up there. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. The second one, 3 plus 6 is 9. 4 plus 9 is 13, so 139. And 6 plus 7 is 13. Carry my 1. 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8. So there are your 3 answers for number 10. All right, so there is not a problem on the back side of your paper today. I know that exact path is not something that many people enjoy, but it is helpful. It does meet you where you're at. Everyone has taken the NWEA now, so the pathway, as they call it, on exact path is set up just for you based on your NWEA score. So if you did really, really well on NWEA, then you're going to get into harder problems than you might see in your normal class period during math. However, if you did not do very well on NWEA, then exact path is going to help you with those problems, those types of skills that you are behind in. Okay, so go ahead and do exact path for about 15 minutes, and then you'll be done for the week.